That was so silent.
So silent.
Like, what's going on right now? Oh, there's motion at my front door.
Well, that's not good.
God damn!
I have my goddamn.
Oh, what's your goddamn?
Oh, I'll kick it off. Sure.
Oh, okay.
My goddamn is that I was in a very lovely therapy session and it just randomly ended like 10 minutes before because of technical issues. And then I sat there for 10 minutes waiting for my therapist to come back because she always pulls through. Like, always.
Yeah.
And she'd
never forget about me.
No, never. She loves me. She's fucking absolutely.
I'm actually her favorite client.
She tells me all the time. She never tells me that. But I like to live in that world.
I think we would hang out even if we weren't
No,
therapists.
there's no. She'd be like, God, you're too broken. But like technical issues, right?
Yeah.
And so I sat there for 10 minutes and then you showed up. So I'm like, oh, we got to go because we got a podcast to record.
Guess we're done.
So I'll just text her. Girl, she hasn't texted me back. I think we might have an episode on my therapist. Like, what happened?
Uh-oh.
What happened? She always texts.
Did you lock your phone in a locker and go ride a roller coaster? What happened?
No, she literally, when it cut out, because she was driving. She had to drive. Like, this doesn't normally happen. It was like a whatever thing. So she, like, had gotten to her destination, and we were taking the rest of the call in the car. Like, you could tell she didn't want to interrupt me, but she could totally go into her office right now. But she was being kind and, like, facing the camera and, like, talking to me and engaging and blah, blah, blah. And then it just cut out, and we had, like, maybe 5-10 minutes or something left. And then she never came back and she never replied. So now I'm over here like, did someone get her?
Somebody might have got her.
No, I would have seen it. It just froze on her face. And then the call dropped.
And she never tried to call back?
Girl, I don't know.
And she hasn't texted you back?
She should know I'm too mentally unwell for that.
Yeah.
I will start a search party.
Don't you understand how I'm going to spiral? She should be the focus of your next therapy appointment. Here's how you affected me negatively in
the
last
following
session.
ways. Oh my God, she's the best. I love her too much. I would never do that. But also, I'm pretty sure she's just like, you know, frantically running to the next session or something to like get her schedule caught up. I don't know. But I'm over here spiraling now in my head. Like, for sure someone took her.
How are you going to prioritize yourself if she won't prioritize you?
She did prioritize me. She showed up and then got taken. I don't know. We're going to have to go find her.
Well, you know, I'm always up for an adventure.
Oh, I'm going to get there and she's going to be like, I'm going to file a restraining order.
She's like, actually, you're not supposed to know where my home is. I'd like you to leave now. I really like your car. It's what I thought you'd drive.
Yeah. It smells good. What are you cooking for dinner?
Can I just come in? I noticed your back door is open.
I just made myself at home.
I let myself in.
Like in her bed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
A therapist's bed? Probably so comfortable.
Probably so comfy. But I was just
fucking
thinking,
clouds and dreams in there.
If you were a therapist to like some really mentally unwell people, that's kind of scary.
I read a book like that.
You
I don't
did?
remember what it was. Yeah, but it was a very good book. And it was spooky. I'll think of it.
My other goddamn, since we'll just make it two, and it just happened, was like my oldest son is really into true crime, guys. And Aaron's youngest daughter is. So
she sure is.
Pretty sure they're going to take over the legacy of the podcast when we sign off someday.
Yeah. Once they hit like 16, 17, we'll start, you know.
We better hope they're witty. They are already.
There's no way they won't be.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Good God. Okay, what's your goddamn, Aaron?
My goddamn is just yesterday, I was going to the bathroom, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
I was not on my phone because I just had whatever. Like, I was going to be quick, you know, just letting everything out. And then it was just pee.
Yeah.
And then I pulled up my pants and my phone flipped out of my back pocket straight into the fucking toilet.
That always happens with these fucking shorts.
Oh, my God.
Actually,
oh my God.
too.
It was hanging halfway out of it, you know, and I don't know if it like caught the bottom fucking part of the toilet seat or whatever. I don't know what it did. I'm usually real fucking aware of it where it doesn't
as women,
do
they give us the tiniest little pockets, and it's so cute, but it only holds like the bottom.
Nothing. It holds
I don't
nothing.
know, half of your phone.
Yeah. So I had to deal with that, and I
did you flush? Was there pee? Did you grab it with pee?
I grabbed it with pee.
Yeah. Anyway. Do you want to hear about murder? Because it's my week.
Do.
I was like, anyway, you want to get to it?
What do you want to talk about?
Anyway, what are we doing here? All right. Well, you will not believe what I have in store for you, per usual.
I bet I will. I bet it's about murder.
Murder. Do you guys want to hear about Chris Coleman?
Sure do.
I'm going to tell you about him.
Chris Coleman.
So, in May, before we get started, per usual, no backstory.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Jumping right
maybe
to it.
a tiny bit of backstory, but not that much.
Okay.
So, in May of 1997, 21-year-old Sherry Weiss, who was enlisted in the U.S. Air Force, was attending a canine training seminar at the Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas. Okay?
Okay.
So, opening scene, we're at a seminar.
Love this.
For
Jealous.
canine training.
I want to go.
I know, right? And she's a U.S. Air Force
person.
Agent?
No. Personnel?
While at the seminar, Sherry met a 22-year-old Marine who was named Chris Coleman.
Okay.
And the pair obviously hit it off.
Mm-hmm. She's like, oh my God, I love your sleeping bags.
And he's like, what are you, a U.S. Air Force person?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Marine person.
What a coincidence. We both serve our country.
Do you guys like dogs? Anyway.
You will not believe what I have in store for you.
They exchanged information, and it wasn't long before the couple started dating.
Ooh.
And a few months into their dating, Sherry fell pregnant.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. How?
No.
How'd that happen?
Well, Chris put his dick inside of her hoo-ha, and then he let his little men go.
Let his goofy juice go in her hoo-ha?
Oh, that
In her
goofy,
hot box?
that clue goo was everywhere. And it made a baby, and they named that baby Garrett.
All right. What a beautiful name.
Garrett. So, the two married after Sherry was pregnant. I don't know if the baby was born. I don't know if this is a shotgun wedding. I mean, it clearly was because she got pregnant.
They were like, oh, I guess we're doing it.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Let's go all the way.
Exactly. So they marry, and they go on to have a second child named Gavin 2 years after Garrett. So they have 2 kids.
Garrett and Gavin.
That's right. Now, Chris, he was raised in an evangelical pastor's home. Like his parents were evangelical pastors for a Monroe County, Illinois church.
Okay.
And their names were Ron and Connie Coleman.
Okay.
Now, Ron and Connie, they find out that Chris knocked up Sherry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Out
like,
of wedlock? Gasp.
grab your pearls, bitch. You're your rosary. I don't know what religion we are, but anyway, Christianity, I'm sure.
Evangelical.
Anyway, so.
Grab your angels.
Yeah, grab your genie lamps. We're shocked.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, my sweet little Chris knocked up a girl.
Appalled.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And now Sherry was described by Ron Coleman as a, quote, worldly girl, which was shocking for them, that Chris would bring home a worldly girl because she wore shorts and had, like, a tattoo on her leg or something. So she was just, like, you know,
Out in the world.
cool.
Like literally part
Just
of the
existing.
world.
Yeah, just existing. And Ron and Connie were like, not for my Chris.
Yeah.
Like, we need the higher the hair, the closer to God kind of chick.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
So basically, his parents did not quite approve of their marriage and, like, you know, getting knocked up and stuff.
Yeah.
But also, you know, he's
They're
doing what
the
he's
right
got to
thing.
do. Yeah. Ron and Connie.
Quote unquote right thing.
Yeah, I guess. Sure. Ron and Connie also knew somebody by the name of Joyce Myers, who was a televangelist.
Televangelist.
Why wouldn't they put the tele in front of it? I was like, angelistist.
Telenovelas.
Ooh, that would be way juicier. A televangelist.
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 There you go. Crushed it.
And head of an international Christian ministry.
Okay.
Now, okay, before I keep going on, when I used to take care of the elderly, probably 15 years ago now, there was one lady who was obsessed with Joyce Myers. So she loved to watch her in the morning. Like, I'd put her on TV or whatever, and she had these little tapes, and I would play these little tapes for this lady, and she'd fall asleep listening to Joyce Meyer. And I actually liked her. Like, I never heard all of her sermons or anything, but she's kind of like us in terms of, like, she's not beating around the bush, you know? But she's also a sweet little old lady.
Just like, God's gonna get you.
Yeah. Gotta. Yeah. So I always liked her for, like, this little old lady. I was like, oh, this little old lady's cool. I like her because she likes her.
All right.
Fair warning, if anybody ever knows anything about her and she's awful or something, I don't know that. So I don't watch her or listen to her. It's just I saw this and I got super excited because I knew who Joyce Myers was.
Fun.
So
Kind of like
anyway.
the Jody Hildebrandt thing with Ruby Frankie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Joyce was head of an international Christian ministry. I think she still is, but definitely during these times in the 97s, she was.
Okay.
And when Joyce needed a new hire for her security team, she hired Chris to work for her because she's really good friends with Connie and Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Chris quickly rose up the ranks and didn't take him long to become Joyce's personal bodyguard.
Oh, shit.
Which earned him a solid 3-figure salary of $100,000 a year.
Good for him.
Fucking right.
Also, she can pay a private security bodyguard person $100,000 a year.
Oh,
I
she
feel
made a lot of
like
money. She's rich.
Jesus' money is being misappropriated.
Well, listen, actually, I'm glad you brought it up because I did not write any of this, but there's a lot of people who feel a certain kind of way about that kind of stuff, right? And Chris, historically, according to other people, was one of those people where he was like,
You don't need a jet.
Yeah, like he liked her preachings, agreed with what she said and her sermons and everything, but he was like, I
live
feel
in
like
a $7 million home.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like the church's funds are being used to like, you know, create this lavish lifestyle. But also he worked for her and took the $100,000. So,
well, listen,
you know, you're part of the problem too.
Yeah.
Which I'm not here to judge or blame, but I will judge and blame.
Mm-hmm.
It's not why I'm here, but I will do it for free.
It's a bonus.
You're welcome. Okay, so everything was going great for the family because of Chris's job, and he's making a lot of money and all that. And they were able to buy a 2-story home in Columbia, Illinois, which was pretty close to where his parents lived in Chester, Illinois.
Okay.
Everyone said that Chris and Sherry were a wonderful couple and they had a beautiful family. That is until November 2008, where the family started to get concerning emails and letters mailed to their home.
Uh-oh.
The first was an email which was sent to Chris, Joyce, and Joyce's son. The letter read, I'm sure this will make it to someone in the company. If you jackasses are like any other company, this will be someone's account. Pass this on to Chris. I'm assuming they're referencing the email. Like they probably
like
guessed.
info at.
Yeah, like they probably guess at emails and they're like, if you're like any other company, this is going to reach someone.
Yeah, Joyce's
At Joyce Meyer's ministry.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next sentence said, tell Joyce to stop preaching the redacted.
Ooh.
It doesn't say.
Bible.
Yeah. Bullshit? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or Chris's family will die. If I can't get to Joyce, then I will get to someone close to her. And if I can't get to him, then I will kill his wife and kids. I know Joyce's schedule, so then I know Chris's schedule. If Joyce doesn't quit preaching the bullshit, then they will die. During the Houston conference, I will kill them as they sleep. If I don't hit there, then I will kill them during the book tour or the trip to India. I know where he lives and I know they are alone. And then the next sentence says, like, starts with a redacted word and says, them all, and they will die soon. Tell that mother, redacted. I'm guessing fucker. I'm guessing the word is fuckers. Like, or fuck them all.
Are we censoring?
Yeah, they are, but then they left bullshit, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it says, fuck them all, and they will die soon, or something along those lines, or some shit. I don't know.
All right.
Tell that motherfucker next time to let me talk to Joyce. She needs to hear what I have to say, and now she will. So this is the first letter they get.
Okay.
Spicy.
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not fucking around.
Didn't want to start with like a, if you could, please.
Yeah. Can you stop the bullshit?
I would appreciate it if you stopped preaching bullshit.
Right. Then in January of 2009, Chris reached out to a neighbor who worked for the Columbia Police Department, and he stated that he got a threatening letter which had been left in his mailbox. Ooh. So we got another letter. Mm-hmm. His neighbor that worked for the police department was like, yeah, you should open a report with the police for this. Like, this is bad. This is dangerous. We should have an open case.
Really concerning.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, you should open a case with the police. And what the neighbor agreed to do was to use a security camera that he had and put it in his 3-year-old's window that faced Chris's house. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'll point a camera at the mailbox, so if they come again, we'll catch who's doing it, right? Yeah. Meanwhile, Chris talks to the police.
It's the mailman!
Dun, dun, dun!
Fucking get him!
Meanwhile, the police, like, Chris talks to the police. They open a report, and the police agree to, like, patrol the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, neither the camera nor the police patrol ever caught anyone leaving notes in the mailbox. This obviously took a toll on Chris and Sherry's marriage, and Sherry started to tell a friend that Chris's demeanor had started to change, and she thought he was having an affair. Bum, bum, bum. First of all, we got death threats, then an affair. This shit just got juicy.
Wait, he didn't tell her about the notes, though?
No, she knew. Like, it was like a stressor on their marriage. Cool. Your job's just like bringing in the weirdos.
Yeah, got it.
And we're being threatened. So that's lovely. I'd love to be alone while you go to India or wherever the fuck you're going to go.
Now also you're cheating on me?
Yeah, and now also you're cheating on me because you're behaving weird.
Maybe it's the death threats.
Maybe. Then, in April of 2009, Chris reached out to the police again because he received another letter.
Uh-oh.
This one read, quote, "I'm giving you the last warning. You have not listened to me, and you have not changed your ways. I have warned you to stop traveling and to stop carrying on with this fake religious life of stealing people's monies. You think you are so special to do what you do protecting, or think you are protecting her." He's talking to Chris, right?
Yeah.
And talking about Joyce, protecting Joyce. "She is a redacted
bitch.
Yeah. And not worth you doing it. Stop today or else. I know your schedule. You can't hide from me ever. I'm always watching. I know when you leave in the morning and I know when you stay home. I saw you leave this morning. I will be watching. You better stop traveling and doing what you're doing." And then in all caps, "This is my last warning. Your worst nightmare is about to happen."
Whoa.
With exclamation marks.
Whoa.
That's how the note ends.
How many? Exclamation marks.
You know, listen, I only put one, but who knows? I wasn't really paying attention at that point.
It was only 3. He was really mad.
Yeah, maybe. Now, cut to May 4th, 2009.
Okay.
A few houses down from the Colemans' home, Garrett, the kid, who is now 11 at this point in our story, he's playing with a neighbor boy named Brandon, who is turning 9 on the next day. Like, his birthday is tomorrow.
Okay.
The boys are super close, and they have a birthday tradition, like Garrett and Gavin have a birthday tradition with Brandon, where whoever's, like, birthday it is, the night before, they all stay the night at the other person's house, and then you wake up on the birthday day, and you're like, happy birthday, whatever.
Okay.
So this was their tradition. So they were all hanging out, and the boys asked if they could stay the night. And the mom was like, duh, as is tradition, right? Like, go home and get your shit and tell your parents where you're at, and then come back, and then you guys can stay the night.
Yeah.
So the boys go running home to Chris and Sherry to ask if they can stay the night. But this time, Chris says, not tonight, and you have to be home by 8:30. Like, we got other plans, you can't do it tonight, right?
Breaking tradition?
Oh, how dare you, Chris?
Honestly.
Well, Brandon's mom was like, that's really weird that he didn't let you stay the night. Like, literally, like, she did not expect it. She was shocked by this, and she was kind of bummed for the boys. Like, oh, man, that sucks that you don't get to do that. But, you know,
yeah,
whatever, gotta listen. And so the boys went home at 8:30.
Okay.
Early on the morning of May 5th, 2009, Brandon's birthday, Chris got up and left his home to go work out at the gym.
Okay.
While at the gym, he called Sherry's cell phone, and she didn't answer. He sent Sherry a text message, but that also went unanswered. Immediately worried about all of those, you know, threats to his family and everything, he calls his neighbor police friend, the one with the camera in the window. And he's like, hey, can you go check on Sherry and the boys? Like, I'm leaving the gym now. I'm on my way home, but I'm worried because they haven't been answering.
It's suspicious.
Suspicious. So around 6:50 a.m., the police arrive, and they knock on the door, and they don't get an answer.
I would never... First of all, it's 6:50 a.m., so presumably he's been at the gym since, like, I don't know, 5, right?
Yeah, like early.
An hour and a half, maybe, something like that.
Right.
I would just assume that my wife is still sleeping.
I would,
and I would
too.
not wake up the neighbor.
Oh, God, no.
Before 7.
I wouldn't either. But also, he's got a lot of threats against his family.
He sure does, but then if you're that worried about it, stay home.
True. But, like,
you can't be gone for an hour and a half.
But are you going to, like, stop your whole life?
Are you going to disturb your neighbors
that
every time your wife doesn't answer a text message?
I guess. He also called the police, though, which I forgot to mention. But he calls the neighbor and the police. So then at 6:50, the police arrive, right?
Okay. And the neighbor is like, sorry I didn't get your text. I was fucking asleep.
No, his neighbor was like waiting for the police. Because the neighbor's
It
like,
police.
there's a threat. Yeah. And
yeah.
he's a police officer too. And he knows the people that are going to come because those are his coworkers.
Right.
He's just not on duty.
Yeah.
So when the police get there, the neighbor guy's like, hey man, nobody's answering. And so they start looking around the house. Well, while they're looking around the house, they discover that there's a basement window that's open.
Mm-hmm.
So they climb into the basement window and they make entry into the home. And as they walk through the house, they're like climbing up the stairs and they can smell like a lot of like chemicals or like paint, like spray paint.
Okay.
And when they get into the main area of the home, they find painted in red spray paint all over the walls these giant letters that say, quote, "I'm always watching." And then another one said, "You have paid." And then another one said, "Punished." Okay?
Okay.
Like over pictures and shit, just like spray painted over the walls.
Oh my God.
So as the police enter the rooms of Sherry, Garrett, and Gavin, all three were found lying dead in their beds with ligature marks on their necks.
Oh no.
They were all strangled to death this morning.
Oh my God.
And they didn't specifically say with what. They just said like strangled to death with a cord of rope. So the police are in the home, right? And they're like, shit, we got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, he's pulling in the driveway.
Yeah, he's just back on his way home from the gym.
Right.
Take a shower.
Exactly. Like, well, and also he called all these people. So he's like, what's going on? Why didn't they answer? And so he gets up to his front door and there's a police officer there. Like a third one had arrived. And he's like, you can't go in there right now. And he's like, what's going on? And immediately the other police officers that were inside while they're staring at the bodies, they're like, there's something suspicious with Chris. Like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So, like, don't tell him too much when we go tell him that his family's dead. So, Chris was told to stay outside, and he didn't put up a fight or anything, and he sat down on the curb, and then the police came out, and they were like, your whole family's dead.
Jesus.
And then he called his dad right away.
Okay.
To tell his dad the news. When the police chaplain came to talk to Chris, the chaplain never mentioned how his family was killed or anything, and Chris never asks.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, your whole family's dead, and he starts crying or whatever, but he's never like, what happened?
Yeah.
He's not asking those questions.
Would be the first thing out of my mouth, I would think, is like, number one.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean? Are you kidding me? What happened?
Right, exactly.
I want to go in there and see them.
But he wasn't doing any of that.
Ooh.
Chris, you looking suspicious.
Chrissy looking sus.
Immediately, when Chris is on the phone with Ron, right, his dad, immediately Ron comes to the scene of the crime to be with his son.
Yeah.
And so does Joyce Myers, because they're all very close. They're like, oh my gosh, let's pray. I don't know what you're going to do, but let's all be
your
together.
bodyguard today.
Exactly.
For the Lord.
Exactly. So the police chaplain, Reverend dude, whatever, that was talking to him, was like, hey, Chris, come into the back of this ambulance, because like ambulance and everything had come, and there was starting to be like a media scene because Joyce Myers is there. It's a whole big old thing. So he's like, hey, come into the back of this ambulance with me and let's talk. Like, just be,
Yeah.
but let's not have you out in that circus. And so Chris does, and he goes and sits in the back of the ambulance with this guy, and he looks at his hands, at his right arm. Chris looks at his right arm, and he sees these red marks. And Chris makes a comment, and he says, how did that get there?
The fuck?
What the fuck? And then he starts banging his fist on the gurney and punching things like, I'm a mad dad. Right?
Oh, yeah, let's hide all those wounds that you might have.
Girl.
I'm a mad dad, enough to have an emotional...
Outburst fucking
outburst way later after not knowing how or
what
like
happened.
Whatever. Yeah. Cool. Not suspicious at all.
Cool. And the chaplain sees all this, right? And so he's like, that is kind of weird. So police found that although he was sobbing and upset, he was also dazed and surprisingly passive for like a former U.S. Marine, right? Like his whole family just got murdered.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like, well, that sucks. I guess he had a little fit in the back in the gurney, but nobody saw that. And like you said, how convenient.
Yeah.
When they asked him about his morning, Chris states that he got up at 5:30 in the morning and he went to the bathroom, he got dressed, and then he left for the gym. He said that as he drove away, he called Sherry to wake her up and to get her going. Like, as is tradition, I guess, got to wake her up for the day. Girl, get an alarm clock. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he calls her as he's driving away. But she didn't answer. And so he was like, whatever, I'm going to go on to the gym and I'll call her again on the way back home. Like, I'll get her up then.
Okay.
And while he was at the gym, he texted her and she didn't answer, like while he was on the fucking machine or some shit. And then he called again on the way home. And then when she didn't answer, that's when he called everybody and was like, hey, everybody go check on my family.
Mm-hmm.
When Chris was asked about his day prior to his family being murdered, like, what happened before you got, like, when you guys went to bed last night, right?
Yeah.
Because we got the 5:30 in the morning thing. So how was your night the night before? He recounted that his whole day to them and said that it had ended basically with him helping to put the kids to bed. And then he and Sherry watched Batman Returns on TV, and she fell asleep in his arms on the couch.
How sweet.
How precious.
Romantic.
Very romantic. They asked him about the red marks on his arms, and he stated that he must have got them from punching the gurney.
Mm-hmm.
And while detectives are interviewing Chris, other detectives have already dug up some juicy details because during this time, they took him down to the station to ask him this, right? Like after everything, whatever, they're like, all right, you got to come with us. We're going to ask questions. And that's where they're at, right?
Yeah.
So while the other police back at the crime scene, they take like Sherry's phone and the family computer and everything, and they're just turning it on and looking at it, okay? And just with that alone, like freaking same day shit, like not that, I don't know if it was the same day because they didn't date it, but like
not real forensic
It didn't take long, yeah, like basic initial looking at. The police found out that Chris had been actively having an affair.
Uh-oh.
So Sherry was right to
to
assume that he was having an affair.
Uh-oh.
It turns out that Chris was talking to a woman in Florida by the name of Tara Lentz.
Okay.
Oh, how do we know each other, you ask?
I do. Yes. How do they know
Terry
each other?
and Sherry were friends from high school.
First of all, fuck you.
Fuck you, Terry. Tara?
Fuck you,
Tara.
Tara and Chris.
Yeah, fuck you both.
Yeah.
All the way to hell. That
Rude.
sucks. Yeah. So.
But also, wait, she's in Florida and they're in Illinois?
Yeah, right now they're in Illinois.
How are they cheating?
Oh, well, he
Just like
travels.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a fucking dick.
Yeah, I know. I guess Sherry went to school with Tara at Largo High School in Florida. So the detectives interviewing Chris, they because they were interviewing him in a room, and then they kept like stepping out to be like, hey, do you have any more? This is what he's told us. Like, what's going on, right?
Yeah.
And they're like collaborating, but they didn't want to like break up the interview too much because he's like,
Giving information.
getting the flow going. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they step out, and then other detectives are like, hey, we just found out that he has a mistress here. And so they're like, okay, well, let's go ask Chris about this mistress.
Yeah, see if he comes clean here.
Yeah. And so they're like, hey, who's Tara? And he explains that Tara is Sherry's friend and that they look a lot alike and that Tara's personality was a lot like Sherry's also, that she was never pushy or anything about anything. Like, she's just really chill, very easygoing, just like Sherry.
Okay.
Okay. He admits to participating in some sexting with Tara, but he denies any affair.
Super chill.
Like, I don't know if they're asking, did you have an affair? But as he's explaining, he's like, well, we sexed, but like, there was no affair or anything. It was just flirting.
Mm-hmm.
He mentions that he did see Tara at a conference one time when he was in Florida, but he fails to mention to the detectives that he and Tara had also met up in Arizona and Hawaii as well when he was on business trips. So she was like flying to his destinations.
That's fucking sketch.
And she knew he was married to her friend.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
That's
the level of betrayal.
Oh, I would fucking kill you.
Oh,
I mean, I'd kill Brandon too, but...
Oh my God, but could you imagine? And I'm sure he's paying for her flight. And even if not, I'd be more mad that you're paying. I would be mad any which way. Just like...
Right.
Whoa.
The disrespect.
Oh my fucking gosh. Okay, or God. Either one. Whoever you want to talk to. So... meanwhile, they start talking to Tara, right? Like, the detectives are like, hey, let's get Tara on the phone and let's see if we can triangulate what the fuck's going on. Or in an office or whatever, however they interview her. Yeah. And she says everything. She's like, oh, we did all this stuff. But the detectives that are interviewing Chris know, but Chris doesn't know that they know, right? Yeah, so he's just fucking lying through his teeth. And the detectives are like, I already know that you did all this.
Yeah, we have her.
Exactly. So when detectives ask if Chris and Sherry were in the process of getting a divorce, like, oh, that's weird. Was there trouble? Like, were you in the process of getting a divorce or something? Chris said that they had talked about it once as a couple, but that they had gone to therapy recently and that things were better than ever. Meanwhile...
Except for the part where he's having an affair.
Except for that part that he's not admitting to the police and that they know about.
Yeah, that's only sometimes, though.
Right. It's not all the time.
It's just like when he travels.
Yeah. Which is
or has a free moment.
All the time.
Or is on his phone.
Yeah.
Or...
Meanwhile, Tara's talking to the detectives, talking about how Chris had told her that he was actively divorcing Sherry because he was going to marry Tara in January of 2010. Like, don't worry about her.
That's fucking next year, bitch.
I know. So Tara thinks, like, oh, they're agreeing to get a divorce.
Yeah. Like they're separated at this point.
Yeah, but they're not.
No.
They're not.
You didn't want to reach out to your fucking friend, though, and be like, hey, man.
Of course not. She probably was going to, like, never talk to her again and go start another life with Chris. Like, this is not your friend.
What a bitch.
Sherry.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, while the investigation continues, Chris's family holds a funeral for Sherry, Gavin, and Garrett on May 9th.
Okay.
And then Sherry's family had the bodies brought to a funeral home in Chicago where they all lived for visitations and for her side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Chris didn't attend the service for, like, her side of the family. He only attended the service for his side of the family.
Okay.
As police start to peel back the evidence of the affair, they discover several text messages on Sherry's phone to her friends stating that she needed prayers because Chris had said he wanted a divorce and that she suspected that he was cheating on her, which he was, right?
Yeah.
So this is how they're getting all this information. They're reading Sherry's texts to her friends, which are not that old, not that hard to find, you know? They're like, oh my God, okay, this is going on. They start to hone in on Chris as the primary suspect because he had the most motive.
Mm-hmm.
They recover his laptop and some of his handwriting and start to run digital analysis and do handwriting comparisons to his handwriting and the spray paint on the walls. Yeah.
Okay.
They even were able to recover some evidence on Interstate 255 near Jefferson Barracks Bridge, which I guess was the route that Chris would have taken to the gym that morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what evidence they found, though. I was going to go look that up, and I can't remember what they found. Or I didn't look it up. Not that I can't remember. But anyway, so they get some evidence there. So they do like a thorough investigation. When they ran analysis on those emails sent to Joyce and Chris, they discovered that the emails came from an account that was called destroychris@gmail.com.
Okay.
Which was an email account that was created the same day that the first email was sent.
Okay.
And the account was created on Chris's laptop.
I was going to say, they got to have an IP address, right?
Bum, bum, bum. This guy's fucking dumb.
What an idiot.
When they ran the phone records, they found that Chris had first called Sherry at 5:43 a.m. that day, which was around the same time that he'd be pulling away from the house.
Mm-hmm.
He claims that he had called her to wake her up, so the police were like, why wouldn't you just go wake her up before you left?
Because you want that phone record.
Right, 100%. And they found no pattern to suggest that this was their typical routine, that he would leave for the gym and then call her to wake her up. And that's kind of what he was trying to sell, was like, oh, it's the way I wake her up in the morning to get her running for the kids and get them off to wherever they need to go. Police also discovered, when he called his neighbor cop friend, that he was only 5 minutes from the home when he called.
Yeah.
He then drove past his exit and took him an extra 15 minutes to get to his house. So he was eating time up so that they could get there first.
He wanted someone else to go in and discover it so that he wasn't the one to discover it.
The bodies. Yeah, exactly. The nail in the coffin for the police, like the investigators, was when the time of death came back for Sherry, Garrett, and Gavin. And their time of death was agreed upon to have occurred sometime between the hours of 11 p.m. on May 4th to 3 a.m. on May 5th.
So not after he left for the gym.
100%. They're like, you were at the house the whole time.
Yeah.
That was you.
Yeah.
He's lying.
Yeah.
On May 19th, 2009, Chris was arrested at his parents' home in Chester, Illinois, and he was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder. The trial began on April 25th, 2011, and the prosecution presented evidence that all of those threatening emails that were being sent to Chris and Joyce all originated from Chris's laptop, which used his login information to access the computer. So, like, he had to use his password to open the computer. Like,
so it was you.
It was Chris.
It wasn't like someone stole your laptop and was able to get in.
Like, you unlocked your computer, proceeded to create this email,
oh my God.
and then you sent an email from it, pretending to yourself. Like,
it amazes me, baffles me
that people will go through.
How dumb.
I know.
Like, you didn't, it's a whole paper trail, an electronic paper trail, and you didn't think that they were going to be able to, I don't know,
trace it?
Fucking trace that?
Now, do you remember in the 2009s and 8s and stuff, was that like kind of public knowledge that you could be traced on your phone and everything? Like, pinged off of cell towers. I feel like that was.
Pinged off of cell towers, I feel like it was. 2009 was prime time social media. I feel like everybody was getting to the point where you knew. And Google searches, like, or not, maybe if it wasn't Google, but searches were like a history on your phones or on your computer still.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. You're right, though. Like, it astounds me how dumb people are, too.
Like, you have to actively be trying to
go to the fucking library,
that.
at least.
Exactly.
I'm trying to give anybody ideas. I'm just saying.
No, but, like, go use a fucking public Wi-Fi or whatever. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. Well, he's trying to...
Well, he's trying to
kill his whole family so he can have his mistress.
Idiot.
Yeah, he is a fucking idiot.
To this girl who looks just like his wife and acts just like his wife,
how about fucking know?
Keep your fucking wife.
I know. And okay, now I don't remember if I write this later, but I did go on to read an article that explained a lot more about Sherry and everything like that. She was like very devout to her church, and she became devout because of him. Like, she joined the church because of him. And she was running, like, bake sales and doing all the things. Like, she fell right in.
So she's his fucking ride or die.
Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And in these divorce discussions, she was like, I will not divorce you. Like, I don't want a divorce. Let's work on this. And he's the one that's supposed to be all super Christian and whatever and, you know, stay together and don't get divorced and blah, blah, blah.
I think that's one of the things that was like, thou shalt not murder your family.
I'm pretty sure that's also a pretty
instead.
important one,
you know?
too.
Like, it feels like he's skirting the rules.
Yeah. Well, he's a white male in society.
That's what they do.
He's got a lot of money.
It's what they do.
Sorry if you're a white male with a lot of money not skirting the rules.
But we all know why you have a lot of money.
Right.
It's because you're skirting the rules.
It's because you know someone.
Or someone in your family who you've gotten it from.
Meanwhile, nobody fucking listen to us because we're women.
I know!
Anyway, so
I'm just a girl.
Yeah, I'm just a girl in the world. So the handwriting and the I don't remember.
Yeah, you'll let me be.
Okay. So the handwriting, the handwriting and the spray paint on the walls matched Chris's handwriting. Like he didn't even disguise it.
Right with your left hand, bro.
Yeah, and the detectives even found a receipt for red spray paint in Chris's home that they were able to trace back.
What a fucking idiot! Do you want a receipt? No, I don't need to bring paper into this.
Not for fucking one can of spray paint.
What?
You keep it. I'm good.
At least flick it out the window.
I bet
he
was going to return it like a man.
Oh my god, I didn't use that much. It was like 3 words. On the side of like a house, wall, building.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, I'll stop attacking men. We love you. Obviously, you know, this trial is really letting it all out. Like, it's pretty clear.
Exhibit A, here's where he bought the spray paint. Exhibit B, did you look at his fucking hand?
Exhibit C, he used his password.
He
literally gets caught red-handed. Could you imagine?
How'd that get there? Well, sir, you didn't fucking wash your hands, which, again,
fuck.
Like a man.
He did not have any spray paint on his hands, just for the record.
All right,
but I could imagine. Well, they didn't record
red
it.
marks. You said he had red marks,
yeah,
which could have been from a bruise or whatever.
I was thinking defense wounds, yeah.
Yeah, but offense wounds.
Yeah, right. So Tara, the mistress, had to take the stand during the trial, and she testified their affair started in November 2008 when the threatening letters started. So how convenient. He probably was like, I got to get rid of my family so I can go be with this lady. She said that Chris was going to leave his wife for her and had given her a promise ring because they were going to get married, remember? She testified that Chris told her that he was going to serve Sherry with divorce papers either May 4th or May 5th, which is the date he murdered the entire family.
Why would he tell her that?
Because he's psycho.
Let me lay
that's
out
the only
my
reason.
fucking plan to you with like different words.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
But this will all be over on the 4th.
Girl, Tara, you dodged a bullet. I hope you're not still talking to this man.
You dodged a cord of rope or whatever.
Honestly. Of course, Chris's defense states that someone hacked his computer and broke into his home and murdered his whole family.
Yeah, it seems plausible. And then planted the receipt.
Yeah.
With his credit card.
Oh my God. The trial took 9 days and 14 hours of jury deliberation. And on May 5th, 2011, on the 2-year anniversary of their deaths, the jury returned 3 guilty verdicts for all 3 murders, and he was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole.
Good.
Fucking good. Now, the Coleman family had the bodies buried in Chester, Illinois, in the family cemetery. I think they, like, own this cemetery. It's not just, like, a family plot. I think it's, like, they own... Because they're rich. They're all rich. They're fucking preach about God's word on TV and, like, know everybody, and they run churches and shit. So I'm sure
this was Sherry's family, though.
No. This is the Coleman family. So Chris's family.
Oh.
Sorry. I used their last name. But, like, you know.
Yeah.
His mom and dad and all that.
Yeah.
They had the bodies buried in their plot at the family cemetery. But in December of 2012, the bodies were exhumed and relocated to Sherry's hometown outside of Chicago at a judge's order.
Good.
Chris's family fought to keep the bodies in their cemetery, saying that they have just as much right to be close to their grandsons, but the judge ruled that a murderer should not be able to keep control of his victims and ordered the bodies to be exhumed. Fuck yes, judge.
I'm sorry that it is also your grandchildren, but unfortunately your son caused this.
Also, they sound like horrible people. I'm sorry if you know them and like them, but Ron Coleman, the dad, he speaks out about this whole thing and obviously backs his son like 100%, and he maintains his son's innocence. He said that the affair isn't motive for murder.
Well, it is in a lot of cases.
In many cases.
In most cases.
In like all of that and insurance. Like, what are you talking about?
That's actually the number one motive.
Highest motivating factors in these things. Like, what are you talking about? Go back to talking about God, okay?
Yeah.
An affair is not motive, and that Chris was just getting his needs met somewhere else because Sherry wasn't being a good wife.
Oh, good. Let's fucking
blame
talk down.
The fucking victim.
Oh, my God.
When asked if he thought that Sherry was a bad wife, he said just at that short time, like when she got murdered, because she stepped back from being a good wife. Like, he's having an affair. Of course she stepped back from being a, quote,
was
good
he a
wife.
Good husband?
What the
I would like
fuck?
that question answered, please.
Oh, my God.
Not according to God and his rules.
Oh, my God. Anyway, a fun fact is that the family home that they were all murdered in has sold twice now since the murders. The murders. And also, I didn't write this originally, but a note at the very end that I seem to have left out was that when Sherry was talking to her friends about all this affair and everything, she was being pretty open, too, about them having trouble in their marriage, obviously. And she was worried about Chris or scared of him because she said, if anything ever happens to me, it's Chris. It's another one of those stories.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucked up.
How?
Unoriginal.
I was going to say, like, how godly? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
How evangelical.
My God. Televangelical. I did it.
You did.
Oh, my God. Why is that word so hard for me?
I don't know.
It's like when you read a name in a book and you never say it out loud, and then when you do, you're like, I don't know how to make my mouth do that.
You watch the movie and you're like, that's not what they're called.
His name isn't For.
Alcide? No.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's fucking horrible. But also, what an idiot. Like,
also, what an idiot.
What an idiot. And what an idiot for the father to either blindly trust or be so against facts.
I do not know these people at all, and I have such an opinion. I feel like I know who the dad is just by the comments alone, and I'm disgusted.
His name's Ron, and he's an old white man. Sorry if your name's Ron.
I'm like, how can you run a church and really say those things?
Right.
Like, she wasn't fulfilling his needs, so he had his needs met elsewhere.
She was wearing a tank top, so I raped her.
Yeah, yeah. I needed that.
Yeah,
what? That's not how this works.
The fuck?
You could say your words all pretty like you like, but it doesn't make them true.
No.
Like, what the fuck?
Or right?
No. And then it just makes me think you live in a vacuum of yes people or people who agree, which is how we get to where we're at in this fucking world today. But, like, people need to be told no more.
Right? Oh, my God.
Or, like...
And sit with that.
You know? Like,
oh, nobody wants to hear from you.
Oh, your opinion sucks.
I mean, people probably think that about us.
Well, then they could just turn it off, and that's okay.
That's true.
You know? Like, I'm not going to go out and be like, you're a terrible person or whatever. I might if you say really mean things. But then I don't even think you're a terrible person. I just think you're dumb. So
I just think you have a different opinion.
But I'm allowed to have an opinion, so...
But also it's like...
I guess he's allowed to have one too, but his sucks.
Yeah, opinions coming from a place versus like just blind faith in your child.
Right? Which I don't even think it's... I honestly... Again, this is why I'm like, I don't know this guy, so I don't know why I have these feelings about him like I know him or whatever. But I feel like it's not even blind faith. Like, I feel like he knows, and he's just like, oh, well, that's a woman, so...
We're not going to listen to her.
You know?
Yeah.
She was a worldly one. She was a whore.
Yeah.
She wore shorts.
She's worth less than him.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he did nothing
wrong
so,
like,
in his marriage.
No skin off our nose. Their saddest thing was like, I don't want to be far away from my dead grandsons. Fuck you.
Yeah.
She made them.
Yeah.
Let her family have them.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And then he was going to be buried next to her. Like, his plot is next to where she was.
No, ma'am.
Fuck that. And don't you ever take me and my dead body away from my baby's dead bodies, because I will haunt you.
Oh, right.
I'll haunt you anyway, but like,
I hope
exorcism?
my body doesn't see my kids' dead bodies, you know?
Well, your body will be dead already,
That's
and
what I
then the
mean.
ground, or whatever you choose to do.
Yeah.
And then their bodies will come along, 80 years later.
Yeah.
When they're all old.
But then they can go, like, wherever they want. Like,
Yeah. I
need,
see what you mean.
I don't need them to be,
next to you in a
yeah.
plot.
Unless we all die together, in which case,
That's what I'm saying.
mix our ashes, baby.
There you go. Is that what you want, to be cremated?
I don't know.
Have you thought about it?
Not really. If there's suspicious circumstances, no.
Right? Like, if it's a murder, keep me.
Mm-hmm.
Keep me on ice as long as you need.
A suspicious circumstance, like she killed herself. No, she didn't.
Honestly, all these fucking suicides.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that Food Network chick?
No.
So let me get her name so that I'm not being, disrespectful or rude, but I really didn't know her name before. But this is all very recent, so it's relevant, sort of. Her name was Anne Burrell. So she's a Food Network chick. Let me show you her face, and you might recognize her. Blonde lady with crazy hair, kind of crass. She's from New York. Anyway, she died, I don't know, 5 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago or something, and she was just found, like, dead in her bed or something. And then they just came back yesterday, I think it was, and they said it was suicide.
Mm-hmm.
But then they said, like, toxicology reports came back and said that she had, like, ADHD medicine in her, alcohol, and antihistamines. And I was like, was it a lot? Like, do you think she swallowed a lot of pills to try to kill herself? Is that why this is suicide? And I did not read the rest of the article.
Because I had ADHD medicine
I know.
and alcohol
I know.
in myself yesterday. I didn't have antihistamines, but I mean...
Girl, do you know how often I have those in me?
Yeah, had I gotten hives or something, I would have.
And I don't want you thinking I suicided myself.
Is that necessarily a deadly cocktail, or is there a limit?
Right? I don't know. And I didn't dig.
Yeah.
Maybe that is the case.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to, like, be desensitized, which I am. I don't mean to be not sensitive. There you go. Thank you. Jesus Christ. This brain is not working on basic today.
Drugs.
All of them.
They're bad
Drugs
for you.
and kids, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That fuck up your memory for good. Or your ability to talk on a day when you're tired. But my whole point being is, like, the whole suicide thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, we should investigate that.
At least keep my body around. If there's, like, a situation like that, keep
Right.
my body around so that in, like, 10 years you can exhume me and be like, oh my god, actually we have new testing. Turns out.
She didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when I was younger, I remember my family friend, I was a kid on the side hearing a conversation I probably shouldn't have heard.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about how she had a nightmare about bugs crawling in and out of her eyes because she had died and they buried her underground. And she was like, I want to be cremated. Like, do not bury me in the ground. And I remember thinking as, like, a 9-year-old girl, like, yeah, I want to be cremated too. Like, fuck that. And now at my age, I'm like, can we just put me directly in the dirt? Like,
yeah. Like
I don't need a casket.
Cardboard box?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Something that'll go away, though. Like, I want my body to be eaten by the earth again.
Yeah, I want to go away. I don't necessarily want you to be digging up for a new fucking castle in whatever this country is.
And then you find my bones and I have to haunt you
Yeah.
forever?
Yeah.
When I was resting in peace?
Or, like, end up in a museum. Like, look how well this one's preserved. It's because of all of the fucking preservatives that she ate or whatever.
She's supposed to decompose. And she's still her, and it's just
Yeah.
you, like Mary Magdalene.
Exactly. I don't need to be a traveling fucking sideshow.
No, that's so creepy.
Oh, the sunscreen she put on that day actually preserved her completely.
Have you seen that? Oh my God. I should really look up these names so you guys can look it up if anybody's like, what the fuck is she talking about? But there is, like, another nun or something, and she died, and she's just preserving herself. Like, they have her displayed, and you can go up and touch her, but now you're only allowed to touch her feet because people touching her started making her degrade. But she looks normal.
I think I've seen that.
And she's, like, oily or something. They're
It's
like,
not-
her skin is seeping oil.
It's not here, right?
No, it's like in
like
fucking Italy or some shit. I don't know.
somewhere else. Okay.
And her foot is, like, falling. They got her in socks.
Ugh.
But it's, like, crumbling. What the
You
fuck
gotta
are we
keep the
doing as a
toes
society,
together.
guys?
I mean, listen.
There has to be some religious thing behind it, right? Because, like, Jesus rose again or something.
It's gotta be. Yeah.
But,
or like
he
she was
probably
so
had his
godly.
organs.
Jesus
I'm sure, don't you think?
had his organs?
Yeah, or did they take them out?
Like when he came back to life? 3
Yeah, like
days
when he
later?
died and they put him in that tomb or whatever, in that
Mhm.
cave. I'm paraphrasing what happened here.
Whatever happened.
And then they covered him with a shroud.
When he killed himself?
Yeah. Oh my God. I could go on so many tangents.
We should
right
end
now.
this.
Yeah. Anyway, guys. If you want to check out pictures pertaining to my case, you should go to our social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. Our handle is at ISGD Podcast. If you want to email us, you can do that at isgdpodcast@gmail.com or snail mail us at
P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
Bye, guys.
Bye.